So let's draw staircase. So here will be horizon line, vanishing point. First, select. First, I draw this kind of box for this staircase with the two stairs. So here you see it's like convergence towards vanishing point on the left. So I can make this little grid here. And this one is converging to this vanishing point. And this one follow grid, so we'll have some kind of this. Okay, so these are staircase box. So it will have, let's double check, yeah, this kind of middle part here. Like a between stairs. So I choose how long this will be, like this one. I project it from a roof, so it's easier. So it appears very narrow here. So this is our platform between stairs on a staircase. And then here I can divide them on a half. So here's this half, and here's this half. So these stairs will go up to platform, and the stairs going down to platform. A little more like this. So this we have now these diagonal lines, which will be like for top points of stair. And now I will build this kind of zigzag for each step. So let's here just divide this vertical line on the 8. So when I project this here, also I can same divide here on the 8. I mean, just like, for example, let's it be like 8 steps, right? Because it's easier to divide on 8 than 9 or 5 or 10. Yeah. So now we have these points, like a top points for each step, like before. So what we do, we just no, okay, this will be better. Maybe it will be like a bottom actually. Yeah, let it be bottom, because here I can extend, so it will be like this. Anyway, it works either way. You see my point? It's just like with the diagonals we can build steps. This is a main point here. So here we just add in a vertical lines for each step. And then we connect in here. And let's do same for upper stairs. So, because here it's very busy, I will use this vertical line to divide on 8. Oh, or I can actually use this one. You see, so it's very convenient when you understand principle, so you're very flexible, because we have this vertical diagonal line, and we can use this vertical or this vertical. Both is fine. So I just need this 8 here. I can make this 8 subdivisions. So now I'm projecting and here I projecting. So as we already decided, this is the bottom line here. So I draw vertical here. It intersects here. Vertical here. Axis. Here actually it will be not visible this side, so it's not necessary. Just but okay, let's for example just to show how simple this works. So in here, because it should be like little thickness, let's add for each of the stairs this kind of, and let's here add some thickness. Also, what is important here, you see, these lines, they will converge on a vanishing trace. So if this one is converge on a vanishing trace above horizon line, stairs going downwards converge on the vanishing trains below horizon line, this one above horizon line. And as I told before, it's a vertical line going through their main vanishing point, and they just have different level, like above or below horizon line. Why is same vanishing point? It's because in perspective, you know, we have this, like, if things moving parallel towards horizon, they will have same vanishing point on the horizon line, because it's parallel line and then convergent in the same vanishing point. If this kind of, let's say, going parallel to horizon, but different h, so they will have same vanishing point on the horizon line, but one will have vanishing trains going below horizon line, and other one, which is going up, will go vanishing trace above horizon line. So relative to horizon line, they look in same direction. they together same direction. They're not like this. They're not looking up in different directions. They look same direction, like if we looking from top, kind of top view, right? But if we look in side view, on a side view, they actually look like different directions. They one look up and other look down. So whole construction, whole staircase here is have same direction, but different angle, like of slant surface. Like one slant surface move up, one slant surface move down, but each step they follow this vanishing point and this platform here. So this just important to understand. As I say again, it's like it's all these things, it's the main elements which will repeat again and again, again and again. Sometimes you can use them, like I can finish this drawing without making vanishing trace, but I know they are there. So I know, because it's how it works. This vanishing point's always there. Same like this vanishing point I know is there, it's just not in my paper. So even if I didn't draw it to show it as an example, it will be still in my mind. And this I want you also have kind of in your mind, because it's main construction elements here. So let's see. Here now I just make ink. So I'm a fan of this like freehand process, and there are a lot of tutorials and books with perspective, which is very technical, when take ruler and draw with ruler. But I want to be mostly like down to earth, down to actual artistic process when we um, drawing for our artworks, not for some kind of examination or architectural project. In this case, I love the way Tsutomu Nihei draw his environments. They all like that. It's like very very literate, like very smart and very complex, but in same time it's a very freehand and loose kind of feeling in it. Some kind of controlled imperfection, you know? Because all this deliberate imperfection, this what is make our work human and personal, like personal style, personal vision. So let's draw stairs in a 3 vanishing point perspective. So this will be kind of all same elements, but perspective just little more challenging, just a little more complex scenario. Okay, so we have two vanishing points Z and X, and one vanishing point for vertical lines here, Y-axis. So every vertical lines will go to vanishing point Y bottom. So here I draw these lines, and some to Z and X. So let's find this. I will just make this box. Maybe here. Yeah, it's challenging without ruler, but I can do it. Так, so here it's a bottom. So here first I draw this box of staircase. It's kind of interesting, it's like I don't think I will ever need to draw such perspective for staircase, but it might be something similar, and just as a practice, it's really an interesting exercise. So here is our box. Just clarify it. So there's so much distortion here. and such foreshortening. This is our staircase box, and I've divided on the 2 levels, so I have like 2 floors. So here I divide on half. Now I have this one, this point, like center of this side. This. So now I go make it like with X vanishing point. So now I have middle line, right? So if I go to y-axis, I will have vertical middle line. So, and if I go here with the Z, I will have this side here. So, and if I extend these lines a little bit, so I will make here like this platform between stairs. So let's, this one, this point connect to X. So this will be our platform between stairs here. And here we have separation on 2 different stairs. So let's see. Here, this 2 point and this 2 point. How to better. Okay, this way. So this will go for this stairs going up. And this 2 point and this 2 point is for stairs which is going down. So now we have this main elements, like diagonal lines for stairs. Like remember in my example, like we have 2 diagonal lines. One diagonal lines present like a bottom of each step, and the second diagonal line represent top of each step. So here I draw diagonal lines which stands for bottoms. So if here is like side view of stairs, so we see this bottom diagonal line which is making these points for each step. So now I need to subdivide each of the, I need to find these points leaning on this diagonal line. So, and there is a way to do it. It's we can divide like this space here to 8 parts, so we will have like kind of perspective grid for steps. So sharpen again pencil, and I will make it lighter again. So this one here and this one here, they stand for 8 for h of each step here stair. So I cannot like subdivide this line itself. I need some kind of surface. I can use this surface, or I can make some extra surface here and use it for subdivision. So see what I mean? It's like we did previously, like but yeah, I forget to follow. Was yeah. So better I will use this one, because here it's all this condition with very strong distortion. So I follow this one. So I make this middle point, right? And then I project this to X. Now I have this middle of this line. If I make vertical and this kind of stuff. So now I have other half. Now I have this other half. So this is kind of have this subdivision on the 4 parts. And now okay, I can just eyeball in some in betweens. So here we have this diagonal line, right? And now I need to project this point to diagonal line. Project. Okay, so now like making these lines from the vanishing point. Okay, now I find this points on the stair, and if I project this rest smaller point, I will find rest of point. And I can project same points to this side, following to x axis or x vanishing point, which is stands for x-axis. Так. So now when I have these points on the left and the right side of a stair, now all I need is make these vertical lines and these lines intersect. So have vertical lines here. And the axis. So I will get this zigzag. And same, we can just project it to this right side. So if here it goes this way, then we add on this intersection, we add this vertical line, then we follow this line. Here is go to Z, again vertical, Z, X, this Y, X, X, Z, X, Y, X, Z, X, Y, так, here, X, Z, and here, this Y, Z, X, here make mistake, confuse. So this go here and this is point here. So this Y, this X, and here this point. We have this Z and y. So here x, z, y, z, y, x, and here platform, platform, and same thing happened here with these stairs, but you see it's so much overlapping here, but still we can do it. This for this one, let's use, because we need same subdivision, we need to find this division of steps, right? We can use this side to project 8 parts. So let's do this way. So we can just cut it this way. So now because I need to subdivide this line, but for this I need to make surface in a perspective. So now when I have surface in perspective, I can find like a middle point. And it's funny because I still will make it freehand. So it's not super accurate, but still it helps me. It really helps me a little bit to see you see. So I was making this kind of process help me to figure out this foreshortening distortion kind of. So now we have this 4. Okay, so visible part is about this one, right? So I can project this and this, and also like in between. So we have at least about 4 steps here visible. So we have again this 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I do same like I did with this one. So I find this line and I use y-axis. So from here it's go to z. It intersects here with vertical. Again go to z, intersects with vertical. Go to z, intersects like this. So now I have this zigzag. And so these points, I need to move them to x, connect with x. So you see what will happen. We will have this kind of each step surface. Okay, so now I make it in ink, so it will be more clear. And again, it's just like more extreme situation, but all construction elements same from previous tutorials, because it's all elements we need to build stairs. And they will repeat in every kind of different perspective scenario. And it's good to practice to draw it in different situations, like different angle, rotate it around, because you see it's like it's different angle from previous. Before it was going like this, now it's going this way. So practice draw it in a different direction, in different kind of perspective. Repeat same construction elements. and then you will get this real kind of real skill based on your practice, you know. And this kind of feeling how like of fluency and control, so you will able to see which parts of a process you can simplify or avoid. So this how it happen when you need to make some quick drawing, and you don't want to like draw like everything, like, you know, this super like complex transparent construction. Often it's not necessary, but you should practice it, so it will happen kind of in your head. Even if you don't draw it, it's still in your head and you can see how it works. So erase. So you see, it's just this stairs is totally overlapped with this one. But this is what we got. Oh, 3 vanishing point perspective. Staircase. Okay, let's draw staircase in a 3 vanishing point perspective. So here will be horizon line. It's like Z, it's X vanishing point. And vanishing point Y for vertical lines. Because it's like 3 vanishing point perspective. So all vertical lines will go to y-axis, and all other lines go to z or x. Okay, so first let me make this kind of staircase box. So this will be like a top side. And this will be bottom. Okay. So now as before, I find this kind of center, then I project it, and I can use same this point to, you know, project it kind of to y vanishing point. Wait. Sharpen. So here will be this middle lines for each side. Middle line. Okay, so and here will be, yeah, so somewhere here, this middle part should be more. So this is kind of trick of perspective. That's why we need to double check everything with vanishing points, because with such strong foreshortening, it's really counterintuitive how what kind of direction might be for lines. So we need to double check. Okay. So this will be my like two different stairs here, and I will make platform like extend outside this box. Like this. So it will be symmetrical. Okay, so what we have? This stairs here going up to platform, and from here this kind of stairs going down to platform. You see? So we find these diagonal lines for stairs, and the rest we need to find each step for the stairs. So I will make it a little lighter, so it will be less confusing. Also sharpen my pencil. So you can see how all this, it's the same principle. It's just like you make it in a 3 vanishing point perspective or 2 vanishing point perspective. It's might be like process little more complex, but all elements is here. Так. All same elements, like I told before, these diagonal lines, this is boxes, and now like before I will do this division. So let's do again like 8 steps for each, right? So here again, because it's convergence here, right? So I cannot just divide this line because it's in perspective. It will have like different proportions, different space. So instead I will use this kind of platform kind of, and make division in it. So you see how it works. Now this is middle here, and if I make this subdivision here, this is like quarter, and same with the bottom here, so this will be this kind of thing. So now here, okay, I can eyeball rest of points because space here is too small, and it's kind of no big deal. So now I project these points two diagonal line of stairs. So this diagonal line, it's the bottom line of stair, right? So let's me make marks. Was it like this? Oh, little lost. And I can project them on this side here. So now we have like this bottom points on both sides of the stairs. And I just draw this vertical lines from y-axis. And extend kind of these lines, which just go to x vanishing point. So this it's z vanishing point. Here is x vanishing point. Z y x z y x again z and y and z and x again z again y again x again y x z z y y x x z z y x y z and x. So here I can little extend this stuff on the ground. And so here you see we just make it this way, because I don't have vanishing trace in this situation here. So we just draw this parallel. And now I will erase little bit this part, because we have this second stair which going above. So again, it's this way. And I can also add some thickness here. It's just a little bit. Okay. And same, like if we from here, this point, go into X vanishing point, and we intersect it with this vertical line. So we have this point, right? So we have this thing, we can divide it on 8 sides, on 8 parts. So let's do, wait. So it's kind of this. And here I just eyeball 8 parts. Again, make go to vanishing point to project each line and project them to Z vanishing point and make more division. So it will be 8. Okay. And now same, like we have these bottom points here, and I just make same thing intersection with the vertical lines, this X lines and Z lines. Vertical Z, again X, vertical, vertical here, and Z here. X vertical. X quick. Three, four, five, six, 8. Okay. So now again make ink. So this staircase in a 3 vanishing point perspective. Let's draw it in a curvilinear perspective. So curvilinear perspective, it's like it's kind of like one vanishing point perspective. But in a one vanishing point perspective, we have this z vanishing point. So all lines go to z is go to vanishing point on the horizon line, so like this, and y and x is just straight lines, like y is vertical and x is horizontal. But in a 5-point perspective, or not 5-point, in a curvilinear version, or like fisheye perspective, here we have this kind of situation when same kind of z vanishing point, it's a straight line convergent to vanishing point horizon line, but y axis will be straight only in a point where it's intersect with a z, and then it start to get like curvilinear, like farther from vanishing point, stronger will be curvature. And same with the x, like on a horizon line, when it's intersect this z vanishing point, it's like a horizon line, straight line, and farther from vanishing point, it's stronger will be curvature. So this is what I have here, this like horizon line, and here this x and y lines. So now I just add some z lines. We have this perspective grid for fisheye perspective. So let's put here this box for staircase. So this like will be like upper side. So this time I draw staircase from like bird view, so looking downwards. So and let's use this one. So this is like bottom of this staircase box. So now we have this sides here, and now let's find kind of center of this. So this will be like middle part of it. So, and let's say, okay, this time I will make some gap between stairs. So this kind of gap we have here. So this will be this moving downstairs here, and from here it will move up here. wait a second, I have new points. Yeah, so it's like this. It's moving down this way. Okay, so this I'm going up here, and this going down here, and platform for like between stairs, it's this one. Okay, so I a little erase it. This will be more clear. So this will be this upper stairs. This is a platform. So you see again, like with the curvilinear here, it will be like incredible, like mathematical equation to sit and calculate all this curvature. So for us artists, it's just freehand approximation. We just make it like good enough. So this is my staircase here. This is diagonal lines for staircase. So now what I need to do, I need to divide this diagonal lines. So I will have bottom points for my steps. So I use this line, divide it on 8. Again, it might be any amount of steps, up to you. And maybe you, like, when you will draw, I have so often, I just kind of like randomly draw stairs just to make sure they will have a nice proportion. I don't often use this like technical division, you know, but it's important to know how it works and to practice these techniques, because sometimes you will really need to do something like this. Sometimes you will confuse and you say like, okay, now I really need to make it technical and see where I make mistake. So what we do, we have this the vanishing point. So I divide this and I drop these lines here. I see some kind of. So now I have these bottom points for steps, and these lines I just project on the other side of stairs. See? Okay, so now we have this bottom. So what does mean again? It's mean like stairs who have these two diagonal lines, and this is kind of steps, zigzag. So this is the bottom points of each step, and they follow this diagonal line. It's this is what I find here. I find first a line, then points, and now I need to make these points. So how to do this? It's a vertical lines going through this point, like if I do here, as for example, so have a diagonal line, we have points. Now I drop vertical line, which is y-axis, y, and then I drop other line, which is will make this intersection. And now I just connect those dots and I have zigzag. So here I already have this Y line. It's actually here it's Z, so I'm mistake, it's Y, because in this situation Y axis is going to vanishing point here, and we don't have horizon line here actually. So, and for these lines, I will use this kind of these lines from this grid. You see? So just follow kind of this curvature on the grid and make these lines. So what I have, intersection, intersection, and I have this wonderful zigzag in a curvilinear perspective. And here, so what I can do, I can project these lines here, these lines here, and I can like send this vector from vanishing point until it will intersect it. You see? Again, look. Intersect. So I have this point, and now it should be like, yeah, you see, it's like almost perfectly follows this perspective grid. So same I project, because it's all freehand, so you forgive yourself if you're little miss. You need to double check every line following this and find this kind of good approximation, good average position. Don't expect like you will immediately make exactly perfect line. So here, here. Most important is to make sure you understand why this line is there. And if this line little odd, it's not such a big deal. Problem is like when you don't understand where it should be, no? And when you know where this line should be, what is the principle, but because it's some kind of a looseness of a freehand drawing, or it's just, you know, you like little misdirection, so in result you have some like wrong position of this line, just, you know, physically kind of this line little wrong place, but you know where it should be. So just like adjust it little bit is all. Don't worry much. Don't be like too serious, like, oh, I want to connect every point and I want to make every line be exactly following perspective grid. Don't need to be super exact, don't need to be perfect. Make just like, I don't know, like 85% approximation, which is looks like almost perfect. It looks correct, it looks good enough. This kind of point, this how it works. So here you see all this, it's all little odd, but it's very close to correct placement. It's very close to correct position, so it will be really hard to tell that is something wrong here. It will just perceived as like little wobble, which might be like your style, you know. And my kind of my perception of the stuff, if you want to be like 100% precise with architecture, then you should make 3D. So just make 3D, then there's filters which will make it like look like line art or whatever you want. But it looks so horrible, you know, for my point of view, like artists, you know, like who enjoy freehand drawing, and you look these 3D models in the form of line art, they look so boring, they look so dead, because a lack of this kind of imperfection, you know, lack of this kind of human touch, because there is all this kind of micro errors which make it look like human work is made by someone who is not perfect, and who is not a robot, you know, not a machine. I'm not a calculator. Okay, so same doing here. Oh, can make it like a song. I am not a calculator. I am just a simple man. Okay, same, repeat same process here. I'm not a calculator. Robot. So here we project kind of. You remember we have this perspective grid here, right? Sometimes you can again redraw them, make more lines if you want. This kind of trick of perspective grids. You have these lines, but if you want, you can draw more in between. Just can keep add lines in between if you need more precision, you know. So here, if I want, I can add more in between lines. Point here also what important to understand with perspective grid and perspective in general is just it might at the beginning it's very frightening and like confused when you have so many lines on a paper. But more you draw, more you practice with perspective, less you confuse. It's harder to be confused, you know. You don't scary of many lines. Somehow your brain like now can track all this. You can see through this forest of lines, and you will always see what you need, what do you need, want, yeah, what is necessary. So a little sharpen here. It's very small area. So and same, we have verticals, and we have these lines, right? So now I just add more these lines. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here is like very close, almost invisible. So here is a step. Here I have this step. Again, I will draw some ink. Так. So you see here we have this like very, very subtle zigzag, like this, very, very small. Same here. Same here. It's like very, very subtle. Same with this one. So it's so important to see sometimes these vanishing points. Double check, because you know here what we have, like here and here, like when it's below this vanishing point in this situation, when it's below it will look like this, but when it's above, okay, then it will look like this. It will be overlapped because it's like this here, right? Because here this bottom point is visible, but this above vanishing point it's hidden. So you should be clear with this kind of moments. Basically, you know, we are doing all this perspective. It's just to make sure we find these kind of elements correctly, so they will not like randomly placed. And here I can make this kind of thickness. So like this. So that's it. There's in fisheye curvilinear perspective.